Good afternoon. This is Jana London, founder of the Natural Women's Council. I'm going to talk a little bit about my views on the government funded school hot lunch program that rolled out in many schools across Ireland. So, we first got a letter from the school, and I'll do a screen share to show you the letter that came out. Okay. So the lunch bag, this came from our provider, which is the lunch bag, and it states that your school has been selected along with 900 others to begin the government's free hot school meal scheme in line with the EU Child Guarantee. It talks about how this food is going to boost immunity, reducing sick days, keeping children focused, and eating with peers, etc. In bold is some verbiage that personally, as a parent, I have a big concern with. It states that for the good of all children, we need all parents to commit to trying the service and help us to create a culture in Ireland in line with almost all European countries where a hot school meal is a definitive part of the school day, encouraged by parents and teachers alike. So, for the good of all children, we need all parents. So, what the government is telling me as a parent is that they need me to feed my child this hot lunch scheme for the greater good. Another verbiage that I have a concern with is the school meal program shifts parental responsibility from making lunches to choosing lunches and adjusting snacks and evening meals accordingly. Shifts parental responsibility. So, personally, as a parent, I don't want my parental responsibility shifted to anyone. I like to make the choices as to what my children eat. I make the choices as to when they eat. We eat with the family in the evening. We reflect on the day. And that's my choice as a parent. So I don't want my parental responsibility shifted. So I'm going to pull up now another article came out in the mainstream media in the Irish Times, and it was a really good article that I'll share with you now. So it's about the free hot lunch scheme in Irish schools falling short on nutrition and the reuse of containers. So it states the program is aimed at child health. It was rolled out impressively fast. School food merits better use of public money by the government. Are we opting to feed every child rather than seeking to feed them well? So the article's very good. Ruth Haggerty wrote the article on the 30th of April. The Natural Women's Council has reached out to Ruth to ask if she wanted to join us for a podcast, but at this point she's very busy. Understandably, she's probably getting a lot of messages about this. So you can read the article for yourself. I'll post it in the comments below. But it does have some highlights. For example, in Ireland, an estimated 1 in 5 children are overweight or obese. Few eat the recommended 5 to 7 portions of fruit and vegetables daily, and they consume too much sugar and ultra processed food. So one would assume that if obesity and health and nutrition is a problem with children, that we would look to have more fruit, more vegetables, less sugar, and less processed food. That should be the aim of the government for the greater good. And it goes on in the article to just explain some concerns in highlights here. They're going to bring home another point is many of the schools have a green schools program, including my own school, and children are learning about the environment and reducing waste. But now they're going to be bringing home soiled cardboard boxes, lids, and cutlery, or dump them in school, replicated across the country to 550,000 primary school children, 183 days a year. That is going to be 100 million single use containers. Some may say, well, surely it's a compostable cutlery and compostable boxes and lids. But that doesn't really matter because what we're doing by sending all of this waste home to children is reinforcing that single use, which contradicts the green scheme. So whether it's compostable or not, that's not relevant for the habits we want to instill in the mind of the children. In my own school, early when school started, a policy came out that children should not be bringing single use containers to and from school in their lunch boxes. So we've been using stainless steel bento boxes for years. We buy ones that cost a little bit more in the front end, but they last for years and years and years. We've had these for several years. They're by Planet Box, and they're stainless steel, they're robust, they're dishwasher safe. No, I don't work for Planet Box, but we did that anyway. And our school did a great job encouraging these, reusable containers, not bringing in plastics and papers. So, my question to all the schools who are in this green school program is, why would we want to bring home all of this extra waste, up to 100 million single use containers every year? So, obviously, that it says, how is the government not environment proofing every new policy and program? Good question. And then it talks about, in addition to the lack of green focus, what I found was not pretty: dense ingredient lists and eye watering use of additives and processing aids. It is basically industrial food. But as parents, we need all parents to do this for the greater good of all children, feed them this industrial food. Now, we are aware that there are many different suppliers across Ireland, many different producers. The quality and the ingredients and the practices certainly may vary across schools. And we are working into getting more information on that. Lisa from the Natural Women's Council will be doing some Freedom of Information Act requests to find out ingredients from many suppliers. So if we just scroll down, this is quite worrying. It says, obviously, the meals are €3.20 per meal. Doesn't leave much room for quality ingredients when you look at production, delivery, etc. That popular chicken curry option is made with chicken from China. Fabulous. So a roast chicken and mashed dinner made with chicken listed as origin Europe, South America, Thailand. And then the pasta bolognese is all made from the same pasta meat sauce listed as origin Ireland, but the beef itself is unclear. So another question is, why would we feed children chicken in from China when we have our own local producers here? Why would we fly meats in from Thailand and South America? That does not make sense from a quality control and health perspective, or economical, supporting local producers, or even the Green Initiative, flying this Chinese chicken back on a plane to Ireland. So it doesn't tick any of the common sense boxes when you look at the ingredients. So that's the article there, written, really good write up. So kudos to Ruth Hegarty on that. And I will do another shared screen with some of the ingredients that I have seen on this. So this was from a post on Twitter from someone who is into health and nutrition. Again, this is not the research that we ourselves did. We got it from a Twitter post. So we are going to, again, do the Freedom of Information Act request so we can get our in writing ourselves about what the ingredients are. So I'll just share what we've come across. There we go. Okay, so let's pull up the Chinese chicken. So this one here is chicken on a white soft roll, diced chicken on a white roll with butter. Sounds delicious. Sounds like my Sunday dinner leftovers, right? But when you look at the ingredients, I always say, with everything, the devil is in the detail. Let's look at the details. Let's take that time to do the research. So white soft bread roll, wheat flour, calcium carbonate. Okay, oh, there's water, there's yeast, sugar, vegetable oil, and it's rapeseed oil. So not a very healthy oil there. Wheat, gluten, dextrose, soya flour, filler. Oh, buttermilk there. That's okay at the very bottom. And there we go. So if you look at these ingredients here, one of the best rules with how to feed your family in the most healthy way is that food should be the ingredient. The ingredient for food should be food, right? So if you eat an apple, what's the ingredient? It's an apple. A carrot, it's a carrot. So when you look at something that has no less than 25 ingredients, it probably should be an indicator that it is not healthy. So I'm going to pull up let's see what the vegan lasagna looks like. That should be packed with good healthy vegetables, right? So that has a vegan mince, which is made with rehydrated textured soybeans, seasoning, some colors and some flavorings and extracts, etc. Oh, some more of that dextrose and maltodextrin, citric acid. Oh, a little bit of oat milk though. Lots of salt. Oh, some nice rosemary at the very bottom. We have to sprinkle in a little rosemary and pepper and garlic. But if we look at again all the ingredients there, how much do we see of actual vegetables? You know, if you make a vegan lasagna, would you not pack it full of carrots, tomatoes, aubergine, courgettes, etc.? Why would you put in this mince with textured soybean protein at 96%? This is just fillers. It's just industrial food. So more to follow on this. But again, it's just an example where we as parents should have the choice of what we want to feed our children. We should not be coerced to feed our children and shift parental responsibility for the greater good. Now, I've seen a lot of people comment on a tweet I did recently on this as well. You know, there are children who go to school and the only food they will get all day, the only hot food they will get all day is food provided by the school. So, yes, I fully agree that children should be fed proper, nourishing, healthy, unprocessed, locally sourced food. I do not argue that point for 1 minute. But particularly for the kids who this may be their only food they get in the day, it's even more critical that the food they're getting at school, if there is going to be a meal provided, is healthy, nourishing, fresh, unprocessed food without all the sugar and the fillers. And the other thing would be very interesting to see is after this program is rolled out to all of the kids in Ireland, if we look at the benchmark before the program is rolled out, what is the absence rates? What are the absence rates? And what are the test results? And then you give them all this food provided by the government scheme, which is 300 million a year that's provided for this program. And then you look at a year down the road, what are absence rates? And what are test results? Because it's been proven scientifically, but also from a common sense perspective, and any parent will know this, if you feed your child good, healthy, low sugar, unprocessed food, their ability to focus is better. Their behavior is better. Their sleep patterns are better. Their ability to learn is better because the food can either be your medicine or your poison. And food, if it's fed, the food is the proper food for a child, the child will flourish. So it'd be very interesting to see after this is rolled out how those absence rates and how those test results come in, because it's always good to manage by fact and use data points to analyze decisions. So more to follow when we get our freedom of information back. We will certainly share that with you on the ingredients from these providers. And it's really about giving every parent the information so they can make the most informed choice, the best choice for their family. I hope you all have a great day and are enjoying this wonderful summer weather.